It might be beneficial to stop your period. The monkey belonging to a football coach bit a child trick-or-treating. And Satanists convince a school district to alter their dress code. These are the weird stories for Tuesday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian. My name is Jonesy. What is your name? It may be beneficial to stop your period, some doctors are saying. Ooh, it's the sound of science. The article says the absence of a period, called amenorrhea, doesn't necessarily mean someone is pregnant. It can also indicate stress factors, a lack of nutrients or poor diet, too much exercise, or, of course, hormonal issues. Amenorrhea can also be elective, did you know? And some doctors are very eager to help people wanting to suppress their periods. Why would people suppress their periods? Well, they say that skipping your period could decrease the risk of certain cancers and other physical and mental obstacles. I had no clue. I thought you were supposed to just shoot for that, like go for that, go for the period. And if you didn't have it, something is amiss. Of course, there are detractors out there. People say that menstruating is natural and should not permanently be turned off. Now, as you know, the pill was approved in 1960, and since then, gynecologists have recommended period suppression to alleviate certain medical conditions such as endometriosis, ovarian cysts, and uterine fibroids. And manipulating cycles with the pill for certain events like a wedding, an athletic event, a beach vacation has become more common, experts say. There are other reasons someone might want to stop their period. Here's a quote from a professor at Stanford. Well, yes, we see teenagers who are questioning their gender identity. Did you know? Yes. And some who are not questioning, but feel that they're inhabiting the wrong body and for whom their menstrual cycle causes some dysphoria and distress. They just don't like it. For them, menstrual suppression may be medically appropriate. Now, there's a doctor in this story named Yen. Dr. Yen has made it her mission to make it easier for people to stop or lighten their periods and promotes periods optional as a new movement. Here's a quote from Yen. You can start turning off your period 2 years after your first period. If you start earlier, you could lose an inch or two of height. A period can be suppressed permanently or temporarily by skipping the placebo pills and continuing to take the birth control pills. It's very safe, not only to minimize, but wipe out periods, along with acne, mood swings, and painful cramps that they cause. And if it's safe to use the pill at all, and it is, then it's safe to manipulate the cycle. I'd like to go back to the part where she says turning your period off 2 years after your first period. That seems a little early to me that you would do that. That's just my opinion. So like a 15-year-old girl is going to decides, hey, I'm just going to turn off my period. How? Is that okay? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there could be some medical benefits from doing that. It says that there are. I don't know. I'm not a woman, but it just seems a little early for me to decide to just, I don't know, shut off your period. Although, what is the age that people are getting on birth control now? These girls are getting on mad early, right? Some at 15, I'd imagine. Oh, man, it's crazy out there. Guys, this is why I can't have children. I wouldn't even know what to do, how to handle the situation. It seems very... it's hard being a woman. It sure is, man. I'm so glad I'm a dude. I really am. It's just easy. I just eat nachos and I poop, and that's about it. A college football coach's monkey attacked a child that was trick-or-treating. Are you guys ready for the most bananas story in college football this year? Hey, very punny. Well, a monkey that was owned by Texas special teams coordinator Jeff Banks reportedly bit a child on Halloween. Banks' girlfriend, the woman he allegedly left his wife and kids for, was a stripper who goes by the name Pole Assassin and said... I wasn't ready for this part of the story. Okay. This guy left his wife for a stripper named Pole Assassin, and they own a monkey? It's a strange lifestyle. This guy's become unrecognizable to his family. It's like I don't even know you anymore. You left me for a stripper, and now you have a pet monkey? Instead of a wife and kids, he's now with the pole assassin and Chuckles, the monkey that bites children. This is a very strange 180 this person's done in his life. Okay, let's get let's get into it here. All right, let's get some facts about this story. The monkey's name is not Chuckles, it's actually Gia. And the monkey used to be part of Pole Assassin's stripper act. She's also appeared on the Jerry Springer Show, so she's checking off all the boxes of dysfunctional human being. Owns a wild animal, stripper, on the Jerry Springer Show. Her monkey bit a child, though. This is what happened on Happy Halloween, buddy. There you go. You get a face bite instead of candy. All right, let's get some facts. Apparently, the child is 11 years old, was at the house trying to get his treat on, wandered into the backyard where there's a haunted house. Inside the haunted house, monkey! Because, what do you expect in a haunted house? A monkey, obviously. Doesn't say if the monkey was dressed up as a character of any sort. I'd imagine for Halloween, it'd be pretty cool to dress up your monkey as maybe Robin from Batman and Robin. Or put that little vest and the hat on him, and now he's Curious George. These are good Halloween monkey costumes. If you guys have better suggestions, please call the show. 646-450-2012. Tell me your monkey costume suggestions. Okay, so the monkey bites the child who just wants to get a treat. Big surprise. The owner of the monkey, the pole assassin, claims that the attack wasn't vicious in any way. And this is trick-or-treating in Texas for you guys. You must be armed if you're going to go trick-or-treat in Texas, because you never know. You're going to get bit by a wild animal or shot by a wild animal. I mean, the monkey could have been dressed like a cowboy with a six-shooter. Next thing you know, you get blasted in the chin. These things could happen in Texas. There's been no statement from the Texas football team, and I'd imagine they're not going to address this shit because it's just normal behavior in the state of Texas. There's nothing to see here, in other words. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. Satanists convince a school district to change the dress code. Pennsylvania, a local satanic organization has convinced the school district that its dress code was actually discriminatory against Satanists. I don't know what they dress up like, but everybody's allowed to dress the way they want to dress. Except for you can't dress up like Hitler. We've all agreed that is not an okay way to walk around in the culture. Right? You can't even grow that little mustache. Don't you try. You will be shamed. You'll be canceled. We'll cancel you. So Joseph Rose, the founder of a local organization called Satanic Delco, says that fellow Satanists with children attending schools within the area made him aware of the verbiage in the dress code banning any clothing or gear that are, quote, satanic in nature. So it actually says in their dress code you can't wear anything satanic in nature. Now here's a quote from this guy Rose, who's the head devil of the area. The idea that a public school would allow religious expression in school, but choose to single out and prohibit the expression of one specific religion obviously seemed like a problem for us. I'd imagine he talks like this because he's a leader of a satanic group. I'm just having fun, actually. He says it took about a month of consistent emails and phone calls to the district before the superintendent sent out an announcement that read, although we have had no complaints or concerns brought forward by any student, parent, or resident, we will remove this language from our dress code that's in the student handbook. So they actually didn't even fight it at all. They're like, okay, we'll take it out. You want to wear some satanic stuff? No problem, guys. Just bring it. A local law professor said that this was the right idea for the district to take this code out. Yes, I really do like the way they phrased it. They recognize that there could be religious beliefs at issue here. There are some people, of course, who don't like this. Here's a quote from Lisa, who's a resident. I wouldn't want a satanic or a cultish anything on clothing in schools. I mean, it's like a free speech issue. Are they going to allow Nazis to be able to put symbols on kids' shirts and send them to school as well? Ha, ha, ha! Meanwhile, Rose, the head satanic fella, said he's going to continue to fight schools on their dress code decisions all over the world. Wow, this guy's got a mission. He wants that pentagram to be available in the schools, you know. Maybe he wants people to be able to, I don't know, if they want to wear horns, they can wear horns. Let them wear horns, the kids. They're dressing up as dogs and cats already. I've covered stories of them identifying as pets. They're going to school like that anyways. You might as well wear a devil horn and a beard, carry around a spear, or whatever the hell that thing's called. Trident? Is it a trident? I believe it is. Now, some of you are probably wondering, what are the Satanists all about? They really don't worship Satan. I've researched this. I've done some stories on them. They're actually very agnostic, and they preach rational thinking. And they go about trying to change laws and behaviors in our culture, and they're pretty intelligent. I actually like what they do. Here's a quote from their website where they say, Satanists actively work to hone critical thinking and exercise reasonable agnosticism in all things. Our beliefs must be malleable to the best current scientific understandings of the material world, never the reverse. This group is like always doing stuff like this, and they're very much pro-women's rights. I don't know if you heard in Texas, the Satanic Temple was using abortion rituals to claim religious liberty against the Texas abortion bill. So they're doing things like that in the culture, which I find fascinating. It's not a bunch of people sitting around holding hands, casting demonic spells with a bunch of candles in their laps. You know what I mean? Which is what you would think. No, not at all. Nothing like that. And I mean, they are weird. And that's why I like them too. Whenever I record the news, I got the weirdest shit all over the world, baby. This show is a weird thing. Hey, everybody. How are you? This is Jonesy, the host of Weird AF News, and you are you. And I want to thank you for spending time with me. And I want to give some love to William Marshall, who just joined the Patreon. William Marshall just joined the Patreon. William Marshall and Big Blue. I've mentioned William on here before, and Big Blue, the rooster. And William not only joined the Patreon, but sent me some Big Blue videos, which is amazing. This is just great. This is a man who's very close to his bird, all right? That's what's going on. This guy knows what life's all about. William Marshall. Unbelievable. Join the Patreon. Thank you, William. I appreciate your support. You've always been a big fan of Weird AF News. You're an OG fan, and I appreciate you very much. I also heard from Michael in Iowa City. Shout out to him. He let me know that all is good. Just hasn't been calling, but all is good. So shout out to Michael, who's still listening to Weird AF News. I'm relieved that he's okay. If you guys want to reach out to me, you know how to do it. Call the number, 646-450-2012. I got the email going, funnyjones@gmail.com. You can send me some articles there if you like, if you want to do that. You can also follow me on the Instagram, @funnyjones. If you haven't subscribed to the show, I never tell people to subscribe. I just assume you've already subscribed to the show. This is what you do. You heart it on your Spotify, and you turn on the notifications, and you get the stuff sent to your smartphone. You get it sent to your smartphone, kid, guy, dude, bro. Send it to your smartphone. Do you got a smart device? Just tell it to play the Weird AF News podcast, bro. That's how you do it. Anyways, if you want to do what William Marshall did, which was make my day by joining the Patreon, just go to patreon.com/weirdafnews. Join it up. Download the Patreon app or go to weirdafnews.com and click on the Patreon app. All right. That's a good one today. We did a good one. We did a good thing, guys.